What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Central Hub. This is my brand new YouTube channel related to fragrance content, so glad to have you join me this evening. I'm going to be reviewing my first fragrance this evening, and it's going to be by a house that I've really gone into within the last year or so. Without further ado, let's get into it here. This is called Zaharoff Signature Rosé. See that? It's just my decan here. I actually don't have a full bottle of the Signature Rosé, but I may purchase a full bottle in the near future because I love this stuff. I mean, I've had this decan for a little while now, probably a couple months, probably like 3 months, and I've worn it probably about a handful of times, and it's great. This is great stuff, and this lasts on your skin. I'm doing a review on this. I've worn this, like I said before. I've put a fresh spray on my skin here on my left hand here, and on my right is a dry down of this fragrance. So I'm going to be letting you know what I smell from this, from the beginning first spray up until what I smell from at the dry down of this fragrance. Let you know if it changes at all. So here we go. Oh, I'll actually spray another one. Why not? This stuff's pretty strong, though. I mean, you don't really need too many sprays. This will last all day on your skin for at least a full work day. And it'll surely last through the evening. If you put it on this in the evening, you will smell it on you in the morning. I've come across that where I put this on earlier in the afternoon sometimes, or even early in the morning, first thing in the morning, and I'm still smelling it the next morning on my skin when I wake up. So here we go. I definitely get the rose without a doubt. The first thing I pick up when I smell this fragrance is a natural smelling rose. And it really is a great smelling rose. It's juicy. It's not a dry rose. It's more of a candied rose. There's sweetness to this fragrance. It's not dry by any means, and it's not. It is. It has a floral smell because obviously it's rose, but like I said, it's a candied rose. I smell vanilla within this fragrance. A little bit of woods. More rose. A candied rose, a sweet candied rose, but not too sweet. I'd say it's a semi-sweet rose. It's not sweet, nauseating to the point where someone would smell you if they walked by you and you had this fragrance on and they said, wow, that's way too sweet, or that's ooh. So yeah, this is a pleasant sweetness, just the right amount, not too much, not too little. It's one of the first fragrances from Zaharoff that I picked up, and immediately when I put this on, I had never smelled anything like it before. Anything. And I have behind me about 80 something fragrances. I'm still learning notes. I'm still evolving here with my nose. So it's still newer to the fragrance game, but I've gotten my nose on some fragrances. All of these behind me, like the 80 something plus fragrances that I have. I mean, this is amazing. And it just gets better and better. And I can't stop smelling it. It's truly amazing stuff. Here's a dry down on my other hand here, or my other arm. You definitely, the vanilla pops out more in the dry down, and you do smell the woods still within the fragrance. I wouldn't say this is a fragrance that's going to change much through its lifespan, but it does have subtle changes throughout the fragrance and the fragrance life as you wear it throughout the day. What I'm going to do here now is provide a breakdown on the Zaharoff's website, George Zaharoff. His company is the creator of Signature Rosé, and this is a popular fragrance, a very popular fragrance in the George Zaharoff lineup of fragrances. They are top-notch quality. You cannot go wrong with them, and they are totally worth the price that he offers on his website. On his website, Zaharoff, and he lists all the note breakdown for the fragrances. So I'm just going straight to this main source, Zaharoff. Let's take a look here. First of all, I'm going to read a description from George Zaharoff here on this fragrance. So, Byzantine Rose and Anthenote Incense, a remarkable rose fragrance with a subtle, fruity, and dewy petal character, harmonized with a rich and elegant amber. One of the most incredible rose fragrances I have ever experienced in my life. I worked with master perfumer Claude Deer using Signature Zaharoff Pour Homme as a base. That's his original fragrance that he came out with for Zaharoff, was the Signature Pour Homme. So that's what he's referring to there. Zaharoff Signature Rosé contains Bulgarian Rose Absolute and Turkish Rose Flora Absolute, which is one of the most expensive oils in the world, hence the price difference. So that was just a little excerpt from George Zaharoff himself. I'm going to go over to note breakdown here, the fragrance note breakdown, and read these off to you here. So the top notes of this fragrance. So when you first initially spray this on, you're going to be hit with Turkish Rose and Rose Otto. So I'm not sure what Rose Otto is, but there you go. You have two rose notes there in the top, and you smell that rose right away. I mean, it's clear as daylight. The heart notes here. So this is as the fragrance evolves here, probably about 45 minutes in or so. You'll start hitting the middle notes. It could be sooner than that even, but it's going to be what you're going to be smelling midway through the fragrance. So we have Gold Amber of India, Jasmine of France, and Red Peony of China. I'm not sure what Red Peony is and what Gold Amber is, but they sound interesting. I do know of Jasmine, so that's a note there. I can't say I pick out the Jasmine on this, but I'm gonna just be 100% with you. You're gonna smell a nice rose in this. It's a candied rose, but it's got some natural smelling. It's like a juicy rose that just was watered. So think of that you're spraying your plants down and your flowers, and you spray the rose petals that you may have in your garden. The aroma of that is kind of what this has a scent of. So I'm going to go into the bottom notes here. And the bottom notes consist of sandalwood, vanilla bean, which vanilla bean is there. Yeah, this is the wrist. This is the arm that has the dry down. And you definitely smell that vanilla towards the bottom. That rose stays throughout the entirety of the fragrance. But the vanilla starts coming through even more as you hit the dry down. Oud, China, sugarcane, myrrh, and olibanum tears, frankincense. So there's definitely some spiciness to this fragrance as well. A spicy, juicy, candied rose with also some sweetness from the vanilla. So that's what I get from this fragrance, and it is a stunning fragrance. It is a stunner. So maybe you'd like to try a sample of, maybe you've never explored rose fragrances, and maybe you're interested in trying a rose fragrance. This right here is a rose fragrance that could be for someone who has never smelled rose before, and they will probably love this stuff. This can be worn any time of the day, all year round. Honestly, this fragrance, this will probably bite through the cold weather too. So this will last through the colder months, and let's say even the summer days. But be careful with the sprays in the summer days, because in the hot summer days, because all you need is about 2 sprays with this, and you're good for the whole day, and then some. Thank you again, George Zaharoff. You've perfected this fragrance. It's such a great fragrance. I love this fragrance here. And he's a great guy, George Zaharoff. Maybe you've seen his content before, some appearances on live streams from other creators. Maybe you haven't, but maybe you'll check him out sometime. Maybe you'll see him on a live stream. And he's a really down-to-earth guy, and he's got a great company going here with George and Zaharoff. I mean, he's been around years and years. He used to work with clothing, and the fragrances came later in his career as an entrepreneur and as an artist. He's quite the artist, and he is great at what he does. So the quality is great. Love this stuff. That's going to do it for today on my take of Signature Rosé by George Zaharoff, the House of Zaharoff. And I hope you enjoyed the content that you had seen this evening, and I'll be back with another one soon. Take care, everyone.